United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one indivisible.
Good morning. So it's time to announce our weekly winner for last week, and we have someone that overtook Optimus for last week, and it is Flexus. All right, Flexus. Wait, which way does it go? This way? Good job, Flexus, on earning the most house points for last week. Keep earning those points, guys and girls. Have a great day. Good morning. I wanted to share with you an exciting thing that I started, and it's a way for you students to earn some fabulous coupons. I have boxes of coupons, and the way that you can earn a coupon is I have started recording different books that Miss Massey found that represent our house stances. And so when I read these books, you're going to be listening, and your teachers can, I'll send your teachers links to all the books, and then when you have a little extra time, you can just have a read aloud in the class and watch it on the TV. And when you're listening to these books, I want you to think about what house stance does this book, is it describing? Is it persistence? Is it flexibility? Is it empathy? And some of them can fit into multiple ones too. And then you will have your teachers will have a link, and I can do a QR code or something that is to a Google form that says, which Kimball house does this book represent? You will use this form, and it says, after listening to one of the books, choose which house stance the book represents. You're going to always have to put your name, or I won't know who to give the coupon to. And then your grade, so you'll type in your name, and then you'll put your grade, and then each book is listed, the name of the book and the author. And then all you have to do is just click on, does it represent empathy, flexibility, persistence, resilience, or optimism? You'll click on that and then come down to the bottom and submit it. And it'd be better if you do one form per book, but if you listen to two, then that's fine too. And then I will be able to find you later in the day or the next day and give you a coupon to a fun eating place. Okay, so have fun with that. Have a great day.
This is Jill McDill. She's the head coach of the state champion Sunnyvale ISD Lady Raider basketball team. But before she was lifting trophies, she was just like you, a student in Mesquite ISD. Jill set a goal and then made it happen. Big dreams, big goals, big life.
to you. Woo!
The community pep rally is today at Poteet High School, 6 to 7:30. It is a community that you can meet your new friends you are going to meet in high school. There will also be games, food, and more. Pastries with Parents is Friday, September 20th from 7:15 to 7:50. Turn in this form by Thursday, September 19th.
Trash Bash is Saturday, September 21st, 9 a.m. to noon at City Lake Aquatic Center. Help keep Mesquite clean and shiny.
Book fair already started. Bring money to buy books from the library. It ends this Friday. And make sure whenever you bring money, you could get one of every book you like in this library. And there's some thingies over there.
Bring your grandparents, relatives, aunts, and uncles, or devoted characters to Grand's Day. It's next Wednesday.
The Boo Squad shirts are $8. Forums are due Friday.
Save up your box tops to give to your teachers. You can find box tops on macaroni and cheese boxes, cereals, and sometimes soup boxes.
Hey, are y'all ready for your jamming minutes?
Yeah!
Yeah, come on up, let's go. Hey, our first thing we're gonna do for 10 seconds, we're gonna shake all of our limbs on our body. Are you ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, stop. All right, next thing we're gonna do 10 good kicks. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go hands on our hips, and we're gonna do our 10 kicks, starting with the right foot. Ready? And up. 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, up, and stop. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna skip. We're gonna skip in a little area around for 10 seconds. Are you ready? And go. Skip. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and back to your spots. Feet together. We are ready. Next thing we are going to do, we're going to do 5 hops to the right, 5 hops to the left. Feet together. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last but not least, we are going to crouch down, and we're going to keep our hands up and balance on the balls of our feet. Are you ready? And get position. We're going to balance on our toes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up! Way to go, guys. Good job.
Good morning, Kimball. Let's hear about the language of the animals. This is chapter 20. It started with the birds. They'd always been skittish when the robot was near. They would stare and screech and then scatter. But now that Roz was camouflaged, she could secretly observe their normal behavior, right up close. Roz noticed chickadees fluttering through the same flowers and singing the same song every morning. She noticed a lark who swooped down to the same rock and sang the same song every afternoon. She noticed the same 2 magpies singing to each other from across the same meadow every evening. After weeks of robotically studying the birds, Roz knew what each bird would sing and when they would sing and eventually why they would sing. The robot was beginning to understand the birds. But she was also beginning to understand the porcupines and the salamanders and the beetles. She discovered that all the different animals shared one common language. They just spoke the language in different ways. You might say each species spoke with its own unique accent. When Roz first listened to the chickadees, their songs had sounded like tweet, tweedle, tweet, tweedle. But now when the chickadees sang, Roz heard, "Oh, what a lovely day it is. Oh, what a lovely day it is." Deer spoke mostly with their bodies. By simply turning her head, a doe could say to her family, "Let's look for clovers by the stream." Snakes often hissed to themselves, things like, "I know there's a tasty mouse here somewhere." Bees said very little. They used their wings to buzz a few simple words like nectar, sun, hive. Frogs spent much of their time searching for each other. One would croak, "Where are you? I can't see you." And then another would reply, "I'm over here. Follow my voice." When Roz first stomped across the island, the animals' squawks and growls and chirps had sounded like nothing more than meaningless noises. But she no longer heard animal voices. Now she heard animal words. Chapter 21, the introduction. There was an hour each morning in the dim light of dawn when all the island animals were safe. You see, long ago they had agreed not to hunt or harm one another during that hour. They called it the Dawn Truce. Most mornings the island residents would gather in the great meadow and spend the hour chatting with friends. Of course, not everyone attended these gatherings. The bears had never made an appearance, and the vultures just circled high above. But on this particular morning, an unusually large group of animals had come out to discuss some important news. "Settle down, everyone. I have something to say," Swooper the owl hooted to the crowd from the lowest branch of the dead tree. "Last night I saw a mysterious creature right here in the great meadow. It seemed to be covered in grass, so I couldn't get a good look at it, but I think it may have been the monster." Looks of concern swept over the crowd. "What was that creature doing?" said Dart the weasel. "It was speaking," said Swooper. "It kept repeating the same words over and over again, but each time it sounded a little different. At first it sounded like a cricket, and then it sounded like a raccoon, and then it sounded like an owl." "What was it saying?" said Dig Down, the groundhog. "I could be mistaken," said Swooper, "but I think it was saying, 'Hello, my name is Roz.'" The crowd began to chatter. "Just where was this creature?" asked Fink the fox. Everyone turned as the owl slowly pointed its wing to a grassy lump in the meadow. It was a rather ordinary grassy lump until it began to move. As you probably guessed, that grassy lump was Roz. She had been there the whole time, camouflaged, watching, listening, and with all the animals looking at her, she decided to introduce herself. The crowd stared in disbelief as the grassy lump started shaking and bulging upward and crumbling apart, and there was the robot. Then, using her body and voice, the robot spoke to the animals in their own language. "Hello, my name is Roz." The crowd gasped. Swooper fluttered from his branch and screeched, "It's the monster!" "I am not a monster," said Roz. "I am a robot." A flock of sparrows suddenly took off. "Leave us alone!" squeaked Dart as he crouched low in the grass. "Return to whatever horrible place you've come from." "I come from here," said Roz. "I have spent my whole life on this island." "Why haven't you spoken to us sooner?" screeched the owl from higher up in the tree. "I did not know the animal language until now," said the robot. Crown Point the buck had heard enough. and he slipped into the forest with his family. "So, what do you want from us?" growled Fink. "I have observed that different animals have different ways of surviving. I would like each of you to teach me your survival techniques." "I'm not going to help you," screeched the owl from the very top of the tree. "You seem so unnatural." "The monster is just waiting to gobble us up," shrieked Dig Down, and the groundhog disappeared into the hole. "I will not gobble anyone up," said Roz. "I have no need for food." "You don't eat food?" Fink relaxed a bit. "Well, I need food, and lots of it. Why don't you make yourself useful and find me some food?" "What would you like me to do?" said Roz. "Can you hunt?" The fox smiled at a hare on the far side of the gathering. "It's almost time for breakfast." "I cannot hunt, but I could gather berries." The fox's smile disappeared. "Berries? I'm hungry for meat, not berries. Good luck to you, Roz. You're gonna need it." And the fox trotted away. Roz looked up at the tree, but the owl had gone. And then, when the robot looked down again, she realized that everyone else had gone too. Sorry, we had a friend come up and give me a hug at the end of that. Goodbye, Edward. And goodbye to the rest of you.